My name's Jennifer Penrose, owner of Penrose Physical Therapy, and today I want to talk to you about what is the fastest, cheapest, and most efficient way to combat systemic chronic inflammation. We've been talking about how chronic inflammation is linked to many of the diseases like diabetes, cancer, Alzheimer's, cardiovascular disease, arthritis, depression, and the list goes on. So to combat systemic inflammation, one of the main things that the science has found is that our diet and our lifestyle, particularly in Western cultures, is to blame. So stopping eating foods that are high in fat content and processed food, artificial sugars, all those things promote bacteria in our gut that can increase systemic inflammation and put us at risk for those chronic diseases. So besides stopping those things, we have talked about increasing our vegetable and fruit intake. And really the recommended servings equates to having half of your plate full of fruits and vegetables at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whoa. I don't know about you, but that is really difficult to do every day consistently. I know for myself that I do okay with some fruits and vegetables snacking on in the afternoon, and then I do a really good job at dinner. But as for breakfast and lunch, it's not quite half the plate. So I know I'm a little short with the recommended servings. And the CDC does say that most of us are very short in getting our required fruit and vegetable intake daily. And the American Journal of Medical Association basically found that it is prudent for adults to take a supplement because we as a whole are pretty deficient when it comes to key antioxidants. So vitamin A, vitamin C, and vitamin E were the ones that they really had looked at and said we as a whole are deficient in those because we don't get the recommended fruits and vegetables in every meal every day consistently. I mean, I can do good a couple days a week, but I don't get that every day, day in and day out, due to just the lifestyle of working and taking care of kids and getting people to and from places. And I think that's kind of the norm, really. And so what supplement and vitamin can you choose that you can trust? I think that's a really good question to ask yourself because they're not all created equal, and it's kind of this wild west out there when it comes to supplements. And we've all heard about the bad press in terms of supplements being tested and not having what they say is supposed to be in them, and those getting pulled off the shelves by the FDA. So the FDA website is a good place to go, and you can type in your supplement there to find out if it has any toxins in it or that it doesn't have what it claimed to have in it. So I would definitely start there for sure. And then you can also get your antioxidant scan score that we have here, where it just scans your hand in a minute and it tells you what your antioxidant level is. Then you know if what you're doing is even working. The other thing, if you really haven't started on a supplement, one of the ones that is really good and backed by science is called LifePak by Pharmanex. It basically is in the PDR, the physician desk reference, which is not an easy thing to get into. And it has the NSF certification, which is what professional athletic teams require any of their athletes to make sure there's any supplements they take have to be NSF certified. It also has a lot of research. So over 200 published studies on the antioxidant ingredients that are in LifePak, and over 800,000 published studies on the 59 plus ingredients in it, because it has more than just antioxidants. There's minerals in there as well. So it is a very great basis for bridging that nutritional gap that most of us probably fall into from time to time. And one of the studies that I like to kind of point out to people is that people on LifePak showed a 61% higher score in their antioxidant skin scan score, which is more valid than a blood test. I've covered that in the past, but anyway, more valid than a blood test. 61% higher when you're on LifePak compared to adults that reported taking more than 5 servings of fruits and vegetables in a day every day. So it goes to show that this is a really good, the plant products that are in it are very substantial, and it shows proof. So anyone who goes on the LifePak product automatically qualifies for free scans every month to see that your score is climbing, and they guarantee their product. If it doesn't go up, you can have your money back. So they stand behind their product. They have lots of research behind it. It's endorsed by Yale and Stanford and the U.S. Olympic team. I think that's really where people are just hesitant to even get on anything because they don't know who to trust. So that's why I wanted to bring that one up. If you have one that's already working, great, stay with that. And if you need to just find out, come in and get your scan score done. So that is the cheapest, fastest, more efficient way of combating chronic inflammation, is making sure your nutrition is on par. So don't eat those fast foods, don't eat processed foods, take out the artificial sugars, and then make sure you're getting half of your plate of fruits and vegetables morning, lunch, dinner, and get your scan score. And if you need to have a supplement to bridge the gap for those gaps that most of us have a little bit of, then come on down and see us. So it's the LifePak is basically $2 a day to be on it at the wholesale cost. So it's really quite cheap in terms of if you're comparing that to buying organic fruits and vegetables. And organic because organic fruits and vegetables had to weather the storms of life, if you will, without all those herbicides, pesticides and stuff. And so they had to create more antioxidants to make it through. And then those antioxidants are in those vegetables and fruits for us to benefit from. So that's why those are so much better if you're not even sure why you're supposed to buy organic. So they are truly more packed with antioxidants versus the other ones. So that is it in a nutshell. So talk to you more on future healthy tips. Thanks.